I'm not raising this issue just for you to know, but we should, as citizens, ask the president to tell the nation, where is this money going to come from? In fact, our representatives, if they ever go there, the first agenda, before even the rules of the game, is that the president should explain where the money that is going to be in their own pocket, their allowances come. How can we as citizens allow a president to breach the Constitution and to sit down there and become part of it? Simply because the money is going to come to our pocket. If nobody does it, Northerners should stand up to the president, let him explain where the money is going to come from. Now, we have in the paper raised a few other issues that I think is important to raise very quickly. There are issues, I'll just limit myself to 3 quick issues. You find in the debate a lot about this true federalism. People are going asking for true federalism. What is true federalism? Anybody who speaks about true federalism, tell him he's ignorant about federalism. There is nothing like true federalism. Federalism is always customized to the needs of the people. It's just an arrangement where you have tiers of government that allocate certain responsibilities and certain resources so that you can work together. And there are different models of federalism. The American model of federalism is that independent states came together, very much like the European Union. They traded part of their sovereignty for a collective good. It could be security, it could be monetary, economic, or whatever. And therefore, every country has its own. In our own case, there were no independent states. It was the federal government itself that created units, and it's still creating more. People are still asking for more. So that is a different model. In every country, there is no country in the world, wherever you have a federal structure, there is no one federal structure that you find repeated in any particular place. All these things. So when people talk about true federalism, it just tells you that they're ignorant about what federalism is all about. There's nothing like that. We should customize and design a federalism that fits our own arrangement here. It is going to be Nigerian federalism. And no other country may have that particular system. It will be a modification of it, even if a country needs to borrow that. That, I think, is important. When we also talk about oil-producing states, there is no oil-producing states. The only oil-producing state is the Nigerian state itself. Because the oil the investment came from the Nigerian state. The territory belongs to the Nigerian state. And whatever mileage you get in the sea, according to the United Nations law of the sea, is a measure of the landmass that you have. That is what gives you the mileage into the sea. If you have a small landmass, you get a small cut of the sea. And the landmass of this country, we know, that gives us that long 200 miles or nautical miles or more into the ocean, is because of that 72% of the landmass of this country, which is the north. So what they claim is the offshore oil is actually the oil of the north. If anybody should own it, it's the north. So we should stop using these terms that have no sense at all. There are no oil-producing states. It is only the Nigerian state that produces oil. When you talk about system of government, there is a lot of debate whether we should do parliamentary or a presidential system. People think the presidential system is faulty, so we should go back to parliamentary. I think there is danger in that kind of debate, because that debate takes away our mind from what I think is more important. I think what is more important is the value system that informs the operation of that particular system. It is our political culture that we should be addressing, not the system of government. I will not go into details because I don't have much time. I have one last part of my submission, and that's the issue of national security. Many questions that have been asked by Northerners are still unanswered. Why is it that anytime there is an attack, the military will withdraw a few days, sometimes a few hours? Who gave them the information that these people were coming? Why is it that when the Maiduguri airport was attacked, I understand there is a battalion not far away. Who gave you the instruction not to challenge that particular attack? There was a time when people came from Darfur, they landed here in Kano, who have served their term and looking forward to going to their family, agitated mentally. They were fretted from here straight to Maiduguri. People who are already agitated, they are not in that mental state. Who gave those orders? There are so many questions that we should be asking. And we should stand up to these people to answer these questions for us as citizens. There is no doubt about it anymore that somebody is using the cover of Boko Haram to do what is being done to us today. And somebody is there enjoying it. And you don't have to be, it's so open. Sadly, we can say the president does not care about what is happening to the north. There are no two ways about it. See the killing, see the carnage. How many times has he been there? When he went there, Dr. Shetima is here. What did he tell you people in Borno? He basically insulted us. So are we in any doubt anymore? So I think just 2-3 points I want to make very quickly on this final. I think it is very clear that somebody is out targeting us, want to exterminate us. Already our economy has been destroyed. These Fulani, the friends and ancestors of our distinguished chairman, Wantari Paul Onungo, are being targeted everywhere. In fact, you don't have to be a Fulani. Once you have a flock of cattle now, they will go after you. All over. In Kaduna, in Bimlingwari, in Kogi, everywhere. Our economy is being systematically destroyed. Refugees are being created in this country. Displaced persons. The number is rising. Some are in Niger, some are in Cameroon, some are in Chad. Now, the point I want to make is that why is this thing being done to us? Or what gives them the gut or the audacity, as it were, to do what they are doing? My hunch is we in the north gave them the room to do what they are doing to us. We have got leaders, we have got elders who have refused to come and work together for the corporate interests of the West, of the North. We have got these leaders and we have got to ask them, what is it that they are looking for in this world again that they have not gotten? In their 70s, in their 80s, they still cannot come together and work as Northerners to protect our own corporate interests. I thank you for listening to this.
Thank you. I deliberately allowed you extra time because you asked we, the Dachijan Arewa, what we want to do again, Ngodi. I call upon the man who has been needling me, Professor Ango Abdullahi, to present the second paper and tell us why the North needs a political direction and which one. And if you don't get paper, please take only 10 minutes. I gave some of your time to Dr. Bugaji.
10 minutes, 15 minutes, don't worry. I'm going to use other people's papers.
People are saying they are eager to get to Nuhu Ribadu, so I give you 2 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, all other protocols observed. As time is against us, I have a few jottings here. Actually, I wanted to use a paper which Dr. Hakim invited me to deliver in 2012. The North, which way forward? I still think that that document might be useful reading for some of us.